I'm gonna be reacting to Crybrows by Skyebrows. So, like off the bat, I really like how the shot starts below eyes and then it goes up. Like it progressively goes up, and then I can't tell if it's Pippa or if it's the camera, but the rotation is really nice. I find the whole bunny, like the anthropomorphic bunny face, really cute actually. Unexpected, but nice. Nice touch.
All candy as Candace and nothing in between. Not trying to be mean, just say what I'm seeing. This neon cap's full of crap, flushed down in the drain. Pippa gonna rip us straight.
So that's Skyebrows. I'm not 100% sure what all those lyrics for this means. I think it's just kind of referring to how he called Skyebrows a right-wing grifter. Pippa the Rippa was a song that she did a while back. It was a fun listen, actually. It was pretty funny. It wasn't like necessarily good, wasn't necessarily bad, but it was funny. It was a good listen.
Up and say, Sky Bros, this shit fake again.
I think that the whole faking gay thing refers to how she called Guybrouds a grifter, because a grifter was someone who faked their political opinion for like clout, like all that, like pandering and all that bullshit. Like a grifter is someone who they don't actually believe what they say. Like someone like Leaflet is not a grifter, because Leaflet genuinely believes things that she is saying. So like Kirsha is not a grifter because Kirsha believes the things that she is saying. So a lot of people use the word grifter incorrectly, and it is dumb, honestly.
Crypto bro, you know Pippa don't play.
Skybrows might be a crypto bro. There's something later about tech bros. So that's my only guess. I'm not 100% sure though. I only really heard about Skybrows recently, honestly.
Best bunny so based like excellent taste.
And then this, there was a thing on Twitter where Brazilian Puerto Rican was a thing, and someone did some fan art of Brown Pippa, and he retweeted it and was like, "But I'm not brown." And from there, it just kind of became its own thing.
But Skyebrows Crybrows, Two-Face.
I think that Two Face refers to the whole again to the grifter thing, because they don't believe what they're saying, that would make them Two Faced.
Tagging me, chat, but that's total time waste.
I think that just I think that just refers to how someone tagged her in a Skybrows song or something. And I think that's when he was like right wing grifter.
Don't judge and haste those spams cut and paste. Now his memes are just great.
AI is not all knowing God. AI doesn't do everything perfectly. Like it if you can but like the people who like Guybrows, okay? Guybrows has been a cinematographer since 2010. Okay, 2010. So you've been at this for a while, like 16 years. So I'm impressed, but I'm not necessarily surprised. After looking into Skybrowse a little bit, like I went to I think I can't remember if it was Twitter or YouTube, but I was reading. He calls himself a AI optometrist or whatever. I think it's funny because this is definitely not slop. Like this is definitely good, and that's kind of where I'm going with this. AI is just a tool, and people who are able to effectively use a tool are the ones who are going to be able to succeed, but I think that the ones who are going to best be able to effectively use a tool are the people that are already in that industry. For example, I do music. I've been doing music for 12, 13, I don't know, 10 plus, I'll just say 10 plus years, right? I've been doing music and audio engineering for myself. And actually, well, I've been also commissioned for others. So I've been doing this kind of stuff for 10 plus years, right? So I have a whole AI channel that I'm gonna start like posting to because that I want to show people, I want to show people what AI can do whenever someone knowledgeable gets a hold of it, right? I want to show people what AI can do whenever someone who knows what they're doing gets a hold of an AI tool. And that's what Skyebrows does right here. Cinematography, well, I mean, cinema as in movies, right? So I'm assuming that he's had, oh, I am assuming that Skyebrows has had plenty of experience with like panning, cracking, just like since Skybrowse is so proficient, he knows the words to use to get the result he wants. And he uses it as a tool. And I'm gonna go over this later because he doesn't just use AI songs. He definitely does post editing. Actually, you can kind of see that in this shot. Like we can go over here to the left side. The red, yellow, green, blue right here. Like this whole, I mean, it's across like here, over here. You can see it right here as well. I believe that's an effect that was added afterwards. I could be wrong, but I believe that's an effect that was added afterwards. I do know that there are some effects that were added later on though, because they sync specifically with this audio. But I'll get to that. I'll get to that when I get to that. But point being, people who are already proficient in their craft who find AI and they get these tools and they're able to use these tools effectively, those are the ones that are going to succeed. The people that are staunchly anti-AI are going to fall behind because AI is the tool, and if you want to stick to the old ways when there's a better way to do it, naturally you're going to get passed up eventually. So it's really just a matter of adapting, honestly. In my opinion, it's a matter of dropping your ego and just adapting. Because, like, yeah, it's cool to say, oh, I composed this all by myself. Like, I played my MIDI keyboard, I banged my MIDI drums, like, I did all that myself. Like, it's cool to say that, but, like, what a lot of what I think a lot of people don't understand is that people don't really care about the process of making music or making video. They just want a good listening experience. They just want a good viewing experience. They don't really care how you got there. They just care that you got there. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I've most people, 97, I actually did a I actually did some research. 97% of people either one, can't tell, or two, do not care if something is AI generated. So if only 3% of people care, and let's be honest, that percentage is going to slowly go down until it's eventually zero, because of course, um, those 3% don't really matter. Those 3% aren't really your audience. There's 97, or not 97, 97%. There are 8.7 billion people, billion with a B, by the way, in the world. I think you can stand to lose 3% of them, you know?
Crypto creamy moon gyro.
Again, crypto and rug pull. Um, I don't know where that's coming from. This just reminds me of Heimerdinger from League of Legends, honestly. I can't unsee it. Ever.
Well, tomorrow, all that cloudy borrow, shit's straight bizarro. Which channel's in case, Jesse Nova Prime looks okay.
I have a feeling I should know who these people are, but I don't. I unfortunately don't. I don't really have the time to like check out too many different streamers or content creators or anything. I'm usually reading research on psychology, music, or making music really. So if anyone knows who they are though, because I don't know like 90% of the people in this one. I know there's Keen. He's pretty cool. I'm in his Discord. He's a pretty cool guy. There's Lord Intellectual. I think I've talked with him a couple times. If it is who I'm thinking of, he's a pretty cool guy too. Shiral Shikage. I've actually known him for a while. I've known him for a bit. He's a pretty cool guy as well. Honestly, and like Eustace, I think is the last guy that I really know in here. I can't really understand what he's typing 9% of the time, but he's a cool guy. He's pretty chill. From what I do, from what I do understand, he's pretty cool. He's a pretty nice guy. So I don't really hold that too much against him. I think it's just I asked him. I actually asked him or actually earlier today. I was like, "Yo, no hate, but do you not see what you type?" And he's like, "It's hard to type with pause." So you know what? You know what? I respect the commitment to the character. I respect that kind of method acting. So he's okay in my book. But if any of you guys know like who these people are, feel free to comment like with a timestamp and who they are, because I would like to check out a lot more of these people, especially like the smaller creators. They were talking about Lusty Links yesterday. I was busy most of the day. I didn't quite catch what was said, I've heard that name at least. Yeah, like performative tech bro. I think that's really downplaying what Skyebrows does, honestly. Because this isn't just your average tech bro shit. Like this is clearly someone who knows what they're doing and like really doesn't settle for like bad product. Like Skyebrows doesn't like sure there are some mistakes in the AI. Like yeah, but overall, overall, the videos are very, very good. Like there's always with AI, I feel like there's always going to be a little bit of stuff, but I can tell that Skybrowse didn't just settle for the first sloppy output he got. So and then like he also went through and edited things. So I, we'll get to that eventually though. Actually, I'll save it for a more relevant time in the video. I think that just refers to how typical Skybrow's a right-wing grifter because bootlicker is a term that a left-winger will use to try to insult um someone who's right-wing. It's just bullshit ad hominem, really. If I can add GIFs, I might have a GIF that I'm gonna add here. You never go full Candace Owens. Just, just don't, don't ever do it. It's not worth it. You don't. I think that's Don Lemon. And at first I thought this was Lord Intellectual, but then I realized it's not Lord Intellectual. It's later on.
I'll let you exist, but why are you gay? Manjaro got me pissed.
That still reminds me of Hammerdinger. I need to figure out what Manjaro is because it reminds me of Mancala, which is a board game. So it makes me wonder if it's another board game.
I'm not gonna play. I rate you like Nvidia.
That's referencing back to the fuck you Nvidia video, I think. I actually haven't gotten to that one yet. I haven't watched that yet. So that might be one of the ones I do. I might do a million Amelias. That's so hard to say. I might do a million Amelias next. I don't know. I want to get through all of I want to get through all of them eventually, to be honest. 'Cause I really like what I'm hearing. I really like what I'm seeing here.
Like Bill Gates.
I think it's
Not
interesting.
gonna play. I rate you like Nvidia.
I think it's interesting. It's an interesting choice to have all of these watches, and he's even wearing one. Watches, specifically Rolexes, are a status symbol. So I think that this could be like symbolism. It's like playing into that. And then
Like Bill Gates with chlamydia.
of course we got Epstein. I'm assuming pizza for Pizzagate. And I don't know if Bill Gates got chlamydia. But Skyebrows, if you watched this, what is he eating? Because like here's my thing. Chlamydia is called the flap, but I think it's also called crabs, right? So crabs have white meat. So is this just circular white meat, or is that just schizo theory? I gotta know now, to be honest.
Farming's alarm.
Over here, I think that I'm pretty sure Smuggalana's Frost model has like that exact same shirt. So maybe that's a reference to that. I really like the glare. I really like what. Wait a minute. That's actually pretty great. That might. Actually, oh wait, it's going over the finger. So I think that I think that this clip was generated without that glare. I believe, yeah, that glare is straight enough that, and either that's artifact bleed or that was actually an effect that he added on later in editing program.
Bunny ears, there's no charming.
I, I don't know who this is. I'm guessing great. That's, I don't know. That's just a guess.
Jack Ripper Rabbit with the homicidal habit. Where's that wood chipper? One sec, let me grab it. With the
So, okay. So
there's no
I was gonna talk about how I know for sure it's edited and
charming.
on the section. Pay attention to the beats per minute, the BPM, the tempo, and specifically, I think the kick.
Jack Ripper Rabbit with the homicidal.
Yeah, so listen for the kick, and watch how it syncs up perfectly with the visual.
Habit. Where's that wood chipper? One sec, let me grab it. Rebrand this mess. Don't.
That that is a trick often used by music video producers. Um, I'm kind of surprised that these. I'm surprised that these clips generate
Where's
like
that wood chipper?
like
One
yo,
sec, let me grab it. Rebrand
like yo. That's kind of that's graphic as hell. I did not think that would do that.
this mess. Don't stand this pest. Right for picket.
I like how there's a slight animation style change. from that clip.
Teeth big kicked in. Green corn crash engine turn to ash. Big flap slash and
Oh my god, I love lightsaber battle. Sorry.
cash. Vehicles attacking your empire cracks. From buddy to nothing, your legacy lacks. Uncanny canvas, extract and retain. Completely inauthentic. Just calling it plain. Collecting VTubers like a Pokemon game. People go
I really like the Pokeball here. That is immaculate, honestly.
ripple, they're all just the same.
And then here, if you listen for the kick and you watch, you'll see that the kick also syncs up with the video and kind of blurs it. There's like a quick blur and unblur whenever the kick hits.
If you know what I'm saying. Don't say me.
And then here, whenever the bar, oh, well, whenever the measure, we're like on the, I think I paused it on like the second or third bar of the last measure before the transition or whatever. So whenever it switches over, there's a smash cut. And I just love this lightsaber battle. And see, there's something called the rule of thirds, and it helps graphic designers um, plan where to put elements. So like here, there would be a line, let's see, third, there would be a line probably right here, and then there would be a line right here. So you'll notice that these are both actually in line with the rule of thirds. I don't think that's something you can really prompt for. I've tried to like prompt it doing stuff like that, but whenever I type rule of thirds, I guess it doesn't understand I'm not wanting a physical line drawn. So like I'll get a cool scene, but there will be just like a line. So it'll be like there'll be four lines cutting it into thirds horizontally and vertically. And I'm just like, well, can't use that. But I'm kind of curious as to Skybrow's method for that because I'll point it out at other spots. Like right here, there would be a line here, there'd be a line here. Because the action is on the right side of the screen, the left side of the screen is left more plain because um, Skybrowse wants to direct your eye towards the action. And your eye will generally also follow movement. So like even pausing it here, there'd be a line there, there'd be a line there. But horizontally, there'd be a line here, and then there'd be a line here. And then a line here, 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 and here. This would be more horizontal. There'd be a line here. And then everything's centered. And then it goes to the right, goes to the center. Alright, that's Keen. He's pretty cool. I'm in his Discord. Not sure who that is. That just reminds me of Arya from League of Legends. That's nuts, of course. There's Leaflet. I think that's the guy that's a PNG tuber. think that's the guy that people joke isn't a VTuber because he uses PNGs or something. But I don't remember I could be wrong. Not really sure who those two or these three are. Yeah, that's Lord Intellectual. If that is who I'm thinking of, he's pretty cool too. That's Amelia. Pay attention to how like the bass and the video interact here as well. Oh, I don't know who any of these people are. I know that's Banana Dujin. That's I think it's pronounced Hiraj Kage. I've known him for a while. He's pretty cool. I think that's Harambe. I'm not really sure who he is or who that other chick was though. That's Eustace. He's pretty cool. It's hard to type with pause though, so he can't really type very well. But it's okay. We love him anyway. He's a cool guy. I'm obsessed with this wolf shot. I could sit here and stare at this for hours. It is a beautiful shot, honestly. That's clippy. I think that's Asmon. I think it's funny how it just hits him in the head and he's like, nah, I'm tanking it. It's so funny. I really like how Skyebrows ended this here because one, like the heart, and two, like this isn't just a hug. This is like a loving embrace. Like this, so I think that this scene right here is just supposed to overall, um, like show that he doesn't actually hate Pippa. He's not actually mad at her. Like Skybrows ain't really salty about it. It's just all for jokes, which I think is cool because honestly, Skybrows could have made Pippa look a lot worse in the music video, but instead decided to make her look like a badass. So I think that's definitely, I think that might be the whole meaning behind that.
But you can be you, and you can be one of those like super cool people. You gotta let go of your ego though, and suddenly you're fucking Leonardo da Vinci in your fucking drawings and your inventions and whatever the hell, you know?
I think that chibi scene right there at the end is
Fucking
super
Leonardo
cute.
da Vinci in your fucking drawings and your
That's
inventions and
adorable.
whatever the hell, you know?
All right. Well, that's that. I got through it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Um, I'm thinking of doing a million Amelias next. I don't know if there's a better one you guys think I can do. Leave a comment down below. I appreciate you staying along. Have a good day. Take it easy.